Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, and we may be in the Bluegrass State, but blue is the color to avoid if you love the homestanding Louisville Cardinals. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense getting set for first down. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You got to give kudos to this defense. They are so well coached up. How about the awareness and the ability to play with great eye discipline? They located the football. They located that receiver on the jet sweep and were able to make the tackle.
Back to throw. It's Shuck. Quickly complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. The play-action fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. Pulls it in on the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
He'll keep it on the sneak. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Let's go! They'll try to get the first through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Touchdown, Cardinals! the grab and finish the deal in the end zone.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are, and that's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll give it to the back.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Dropping back, it's Sanders. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
The give to the back. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Might as well give it to him again. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the run, now to throw. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Shuck. He finds his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On second down, looking again to throw. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. The tag. And he's going to take it all the way back. When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buffaloes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And the returner will be brought down. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going to go for a big one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. 2nd and 10 here. He'll try to pop the draw. Pulls his way forward. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Goes to the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Buffs! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
Yeah, I do know women like
defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, and now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Genty. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 200.
They cough it up inside their 3. And oh, that's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Buying some time. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Running to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. They give it to him again. Across the 25, he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. They just cut into this deficit, and now they're trying to get the ball back early with an onside kick. Oh, and he's able to get it back and save himself.
You're on the ball. You gotta get that.
I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Zings it complete to the right. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. With jet sweep pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion timing.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Oh, they really could have used that catch there.
Buster on the being right here. Free throw, man down. Call it MU7.
Mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pocket starts to collapse.
Let's go. Good D, y'all boys. Heard the ball locked in now. Yeah. I would be listening.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down. You know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares about
get too comfortable, boy.
4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. The defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with a sack.
Better not get too comfortable.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The inside handoff. Discards a man. We've reached the 2-minute
warning. Me, boy. That boy not something to be played with.
And they have a chance to take the lead here before the half.
Let's go.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll try the outside to the left. Tried to fight his way through that tackle when he's brought down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll go to the ground. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throat, and they gashed you.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
Here comes the option. Quick toss. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught.
Cut up your niggas just off. They were just wasting my time. Pretty and fine. The way this girl is not a hoe, she can read my album. Yeah. Ain't playing no more.
A 2-point conversion coming. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quick strike complete. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and they now lead by 5. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter.
Don't get too comfortable, boy.
They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away. He's going to fire to the left. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Takes a handoff. It's Genty. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Now on the option. Now the pitch. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives nor anxiety. They're waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And the ball slipped out.
Does it always seem like that ball?
Told y'all don't shut that shit down every time you do it. Sorry for my language.
Running at it in slow motion. Like, I gotta get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football pass.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Buffalo!
That's a nice play.
And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. He sees his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Scanning the field, it's Sanders. And he snatches it and comes down to the end zone for the 2.
Noise, bro.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Oh, yeah, touchdown. Oh, yeah.
He'll bring it out. It's Genty. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. The corners are walked up tight. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's second and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And as he throws, that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, he drops to throw. Snares it outside. It's Genty.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoopsie-doo. You set up fourth and long.
That vibe, gotta be sick at his side.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Now the toss.
Ah, good play.
Get anybody on that deep. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the War Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To throw, it's Glenn. Fires to the wideout. Rolls it in. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They're bringing heat. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and
Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. A little release to the back. On the move at the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to it's 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Going to the running game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To the air. It's Lagway. Quick completion on the out route. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
The handoff to Johnson. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They'll immediately call timeout. The Gators will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. Offense set on 1st down. Trying the left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Might as well stick with him. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the air, it's Sanders. Trying to get to it. Fires to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Back to pass, it's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got the back over the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Colorado!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Sanders. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Wants to throw on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense doing a great job bringing pressure, multiple looks, different guys, back-to-back plays, now bringing up a third and long. Pressure on the quarterback is coming.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Good, disciplined defense on that play. It's third and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Dances away from the Heat. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll try the run. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to Johnson. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. He's got it. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a 1st down.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. A running back has it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need. all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Flagway. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He's got the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's got it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Gets it out quickly.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Quick pass on the jet motion. Keeps the legs moving. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the Gators will keep this drive going.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of feet.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Gators in the hurry up. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Makes the catch. Touchdown Gators! They strike first in overtime.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He'll try the left side. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Tripped up for the tackle. Fourth and goal, and this is the ball game. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. No interest in another overtime. They'll go for two and the win. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They did not get it, and they'll lose the game by one. Pushed all the chips to the middle of the table in overtime, and it did not pay off. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing the ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Buffaloes will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to run it back. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense set for a first down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's on target and complete. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Defense in press coverage. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown Sooners! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give to the left. Open space at the 25. He's off to the races. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Buffs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Gives him the big stiff arm. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. They'll go hurry up here. Looking for room, it's Barnes. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Give to the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Sharp. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. He leaves it with his back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's got him this time. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And as a defensive guy, it's so hard to cover these running backs out of the backfield because it starts to go to the flat. Oh, no, I got to go cover him, and then boom. He hits that angle route, cuts right inside, gets inside of me, and now I'm just chasing him, trying to get him on the ground. Nice route by the offense.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Trying to get behind the defense. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's got it up the tag. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And that one will give him the lead.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to...
And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Colorado! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
To the ground. He's got it again. Dances away from one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Sooners are in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Here we go with the run on fourth down. Turns it on in midfield. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Makes the catch.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Can't find his... Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Jayhawks will kick it away first. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense lining up for a first down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
It's complete to the left.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. To the air, it's Sanders. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kansas. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. The Buffaloes want to move quickly.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Sanders. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Bulldozes his way through. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
Drills him with the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Buffaloes have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal, can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's going to take off. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now they'll run it to the right here. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot of room to work over there on the sideline in the end zone, but he was able to control his body, catch the football, make sure he had a foot down in bounds. It doesn't get any better than that.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. Seizing that open space and opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
And the Buffaloes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Buffs!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This has been an impressive 1st half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Still running at the 40. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Snap it to the back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Direct snap. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go with a direct snap. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And the Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. Moves away as he feels pressure.
The big deep.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone. Quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Oh, that's like blowing the layup or the 3-inch putt. Missed the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half? He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to go up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Kansas offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their...
Nothing but green ahead. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 35, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed. And so...
Touchdown, Kansas! And the pummeling has started. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads it downfield. Catch inside the 25. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And the punishment has been extended.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They go to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Off play action. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Finds a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
He looks that one in nicely. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Trying to make magic with his feet. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. The Jayhawks will move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Running with power. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. He is smashing people. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Pressure coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop it. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
He's taking a deep shot. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He wants a big play here late. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Throws to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To throw, it's Daniels. Gets away from one. Using his legs to buy some time. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Hokies headed quickly to the line. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Looking left. He's got it. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
It'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. The give out of the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Sanders. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll line up for a second down play. They want to run it left here. At midfield, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Wants to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown,
That nigga's not like that.
Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Right on target this time. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. See what they dial up on first and 10. To the air, it's Drones. Gets away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure.
And it's intercepted. He tried to set up the screen, and the defense was right there. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Colorado!
That shit is comical.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping them.
Back to pass, it's drones. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
The Wi-Fi when I get fucking balls and this.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Getting some heat. Touchdown, Hokies! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Cause you nigga.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buffs.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. Communication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Connection fucking sucks, bro.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Sanders. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to pass, it's Sanders. Quarterback adapting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon, but usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker or get it.
On 4th down, going to the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
Keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the
Retard.
football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Dropping back, it's Drones. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Touchdown, Hokies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on first down from the 28. They're going to ride this running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Touch pass on the right. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Dumps it to the back. He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before. Work up top and pick up a 1st down.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this 2-minute situation.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Going up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. Leave what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Release to the back. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Got to get everybody
Man, you get away with that dumb shit.
Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going up top here late in the game. Ball in the air, intercepted.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas.